whatsoever.
Yeah, it's nuts too, are you?
I got like this Samsung that cost me like $9, so
I want the fucking Razer phone, dude.
All right, I'm gonna post the
Yes,
titles
queen.
in just a second. But yeah, we can start now. So, hello everyone, thank you for coming.
Hi, Mom.
I'm
No,
very
I'm
excited
serious. I
to.
asked after this. Was this something that
Hungry.
was a meeting?
I swear to God.
Yes,
Yeah,
more
fucking
guns.
cunt. All right. I'm very excited to get to roleplay with all of you because there's a lot of people I actually haven't played with before. And yeah, I am going to be posting a lot of information about kind of names and terms, titles, etc. Which, if people are interested in, they can approach me easily about. Or
take all of
Bongo,
them.
or Clyde, or oh my lord, there's a lot of titles, so there's a lot of stuff that people can get, which will also grant you special command over people in the Mountain and Vale. Also, special perhaps rooms in the keep, places where that you'll have like your own stature in a way, if that makes sense. Have groups of people you'll be allowed to command, and special privileges such as tames and armor, weapons, etc. I have been working the past 2 days now, I guess, total of 24 hours to build and almost finished with the Veil now, or the Eerie, I should say. And I hope everyone will like the way it looks. I'm also going to be posting some information about the castles or villages leading up to the Veil, because how I build and do the Veil is that I have is split into 3, like it is in lore. Because in lore there is 3 way castles leading up to the top, which is the Eerie. The first one is the Village of Stone, or Way Castle of Stone, which is a very primitive place. Usually has all the farms and things. Second, where I'm going to place is the Castle of Snow, which will be the Bloody Gates. There'll be a not necessarily keep, but a larger structure there, as well as some houses. And then there is the Village of Sky, which is where most people will be living, of like commoners or higher nobles, which is the upper part towards the Eyrie, and the most secure aside from the castle. All of these places has a lord title each, which is obviously more of like a title thing than a ranking, but still will grant you the ability to be allowed to be called like a lord in roleplay, is how I see it at least. Is there any questions so far? Or does everything sound good to everyone?
So you're saying I'm gonna become a moon guard?
You could, or
Hmm.
are. I do usually just kind of tell people that they are Knights of the Vale when I address them, because it just sounds better than saying like moon guards. But at the same time, I do flex between those 2 at times. But that's just like general term I use is Knights of the Vale. But becoming a Knight of the Vale is a special privilege as well. So people who want to fight for that perk will have to fight probably first day of the season to get it. We'll do a sort of tournament or a spar of sorts. Let's see.
I'm your guy. Gotcha.
Prepare your butt cheeks, Cogum. I'm coming.
All right, Master at Arms right here, guys. I'm gonna hit
I
you all with my climbing
know-
picks.
I know a lot of you guys are new to my leadership, or like me as a leader, I should say. And I hope that all of you will have fun with it, and that you'll enjoy the roleplay here in the Vale still. So yeah. Is there any questions you guys have? Or is everyone just excited to stop playing?
I'm ready to start
Um,
playing.
I'm guessing all the like the Sword, Master of Koi, Master of Blacksmith, all that is gonna go through Iceely.
Yeah, everything's ideally. Probably even. I'm not sure, Master Toms. I haven't quite decided who I want to put in that role
Yeah,
just yet.
boy, Clyde.
Maybe. Maybe.
Ow, fuck.
Cause yeah, actually.
Well, those are the
I'll
two
have to talk to
options
Bongo about it. Yeah.
that we can like initiate from the get go is assigning like ranking up one knight straight away
Mhm.
and assigning a master at arms. So, and we'll probably want to do that as soon as possible, obviously.
Yeah.
But how
Yep.
much of it do we want to do in P, and how much do we want to decide OC? Like,
I'm usually the way of I want to leave mostly everything to RP. There's obviously what you'll probably see from me is that I do announcements in Discord when we are heading out to places. Like I usually love to bring people out as a group, and that like includes the banner as well. If I want to go visit kingdoms or want to go just do, for example, hunting trips, RP events in general, I always like try and give people a little heads up in Discord, like, "Hey everyone, we're heading out at like 5 EST or 5 p.m. EST. Be at the gates and be ready around
Ow.
then." And then I'll try and inform as many as I can, ideally. But then people can kind of take that into consideration and kind of be ready when it comes to their schedule if they want to join in.
I will have a billboard, 100%.
Good. And I'll also be writing to the banner, of course, to see if I can take you guys with as well. So one thing I love to do is just be very inclusive of the banner houses as well. I'm not sure if you guys have looked at building locations and stuff. I know that one of you said something about it. Oh my god.
I
Holy shit. Okay.
I think we'll probably be staying in the original spot, probably. I'm not sure yet. Depending on the borderlines though.
The map will be released today and just doing this last like check up with Impure about it and then the rest of the team.
Is
He's
the
bringing
map
the
staying
sword.
the same, considering Iron Isles do not own land?
It's not staying the same.
Okay, fair enough.
It's pretty drastic
Ooh.
changes, to be honest.
Ooh.
It's
Ooh.
pretty.
The redwoods aren't neutral anymore. Spoiler alert. Am I right? I was right.
Probably that bit in the
Nope,
north is gonna be
they're
more.
still neutral land.
Ooh.
Da-da, da-da, da-da,
I
da-da.
think the
Yes.
Westerlands are gonna be a bit smaller because Westerlands are
'Cause,
fucking
like-
huge.
Impure's bringing the sword up.
Yeah, I heard. Or he said, I just said, yeah, he can shut it down, kind of
I
thing.
was actually surprised by how fucking huge the Westerlands were.
Yeah, it's
Like
been
it's the
done quite big for a
biggest
long time.
fucking.
About
They have
my
a small.
backstory,
It-
Marnie,
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
was going to speak to you about the role coming in,
Yes.
because that might be something that could make me forego the title of king.
Uh huh.
So
Maybe
if
you just
I'll
didn't
message-
want it.
Yeah, there's gonna be a reason to that though. I'm not just gonna be like, "Hey, you want to be king?" Nah, I'm good, thanks though. Like, there's gotta be
I
a good
mean,
reason.
you could say, I don't know. Do you have any suggestions? Then throw them at me. Like, if you want to just talk about it here.
He's always wanted to be a knight and not a king.
I would assume I was
Yeah.
already a knight. I'm like a 29-year-old fucking guy. Yeah, go for it. Bongo is the
No.
king
I am the
because
queen.
I'm a male descendant of the Aaron family, and her.
But I would be older than you, though.
Is that how the Aarons work?
They do usually do males, but in Game of Thrones, they can also choose to do the eldest. It is not common, but it is also done, yeah.
Okay. Well then, yeah.
And
Or that you were just more interested in the battle aspects of.
I was just gonna say that I wasn't there. Like I was.
Oh, that could be,
I
yeah.
was, for some hidden, I don't know what reason yet, I wasn't there. But when I came back, I was completely cool with you being the queen. Like we wouldn't have
He
any kind
wants
of
to
hostilities about it.
he
Yeah.
wants to keep that coup option in his back pocket.
No, I don't want to. There's no coup at all.
I was
Yeah.
Marty would fucking kill
What?
me.
I was
I
gonna
would.
suggest that if Clyde ends up being Master at Arms, that he like the Jamie Lannister situation, like he's forgone his title as king to be the Master at Arms because he,
Had more of an
Glad.
interest in that, basically.
yeah,
He's quite
Yeah.
a good fighter, though.
You could even he's good, pretty good with the bow. You could even do something like initially, for some weird reason, you were interested in becoming a maester, and then joined as an acolyte, and then kind of gave up your succession,
Speaking of
and then you're
Clyde
like,
and
"Fuck this
bows,
shit."
Or
and
you
came
followed
back.
you followed
Yeah,
followed
I'm
actually
not
not a
becoming
bad
an
idea.
acolyte.
That's actually
There's
not
only
a bad
one
idea, 'cause I
problem
wanted
with
to
that.
go with the knowledge route. Like I'm a smart guy, but also
Yeah.
like diplomatic and smart, like an Aaron, like a king would be. But
Mm.
then on the other hand, I want to also have that. Maybe I'm like an edgelord or something, and that's why I'm not king. But I like the idea of that going and trying to be a maester, and then saying fuck it and coming back, and she was the queen.
Eating the cake and having it too.
Something that young nobles used to do a lot. Not so much Vale, but definitely Dornish, was they would like quite often go for trips across to Essos as well.
so
A spiritual adventure.
I
Yeah,
actually
see, I
have a
don't want to do the Essos thing. That for
quick
sure I don't
question.
want to do.
Um,
Maybe you were
regarding
held
the bow,
prisoner of war.
the Vale did have an ironwood bow.
Yeah, that's what I'm actually.
So do we have?
So
Well, we have an
Yeah.
ironwood falchion.
I know what
Yeah.
happened.
They
I
traded
can
it
explain
in
it.
for the falchion.
Yeah.
So we have the falchion, not the bow.
Right. So they made the banner house. This is how Duck explained it to me. He said that it cost $25,000 or 25,000 gold to re-roll the ironwood into something different. So he made the banner house or the dukedom, whichever one, pay up, and they paid him 25,000 gold, and then he did the trade.
What?
Yeah. So he pretty much made his banner house or dukedom. I don't remember which one it was. Pay for the ironwood.
I think it was Dukedom, if I'm not
That
mistaken.
was Dukedom. He never went to us about that.
Yeah.
He
In
has to
bird culture,
trade.
that's
I
considered a
told him
dick
no.
move.
Okay, so then he made the Voss's people pay him,
Yep.
and when they paid
Okay.
him, he changed it to the falchion.
So it's a falchion, not a bow.
You should message her and be like, I want to forego this and get an ironwood bow, because Bearded Clyde will
No.
fuck up every single person in this fucking server.
Clearly, it needs to be the falchion because I'll probably use it. Clearly, it needs to be redone again so I get
Well,
a
no.
Norman.
You get another
Who's
sword.
getting the Valerian though?
Isn't there a king and queen
Mm.
sword and then the
Marty.
banner?
I
Yeah.
get a
No.
sword.
There's only one Valyrian. At least that's how it was.
2 Valyrians.
It's one
There's
Valerian.
2?
I thought the banner house got a Valyrian.
Yeah, but that's
yeah,
not
they got
mine.
that too. Banner has a Valerian.
I
they still
reckon I
get that?
should come in with Valerian as well. Like Corberries have their own Valerian. I reckon
No.
I should bring that in, Keppa.
Yeah.
Do the banner house actually get back their Valerian?
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, I would assume
I
so.
mean,
They're
I
a
mean,
banner
just
house,
'cause
of
their
course they
keep
do.
is. I mean that like their keep is gone, so they have to rebuild it first.
Well,
get it
yeah, they
back.
have
That's
to
what-
rebuild
first.
their keep, and then they would get. Yeah,
Once
go ask the
banner,
Greyjoys. They know all
like
about
the
that.
building requirements are ticked off, that's when we can give out the
Yeah,
Valerian
from
and the
an-
forges again. It's the same with the one in Storm's End. Once they've got their building ticked off, they can get
Hmm.
their sword back in their forge.
Yeah.
Yup. I mean,
I'm
I don't know about
curious.
you, but with the Master at Arms thing, I am good with a bow, exceptionally good. But also under Josh and Ethan, I learned a lot about sword fighting, so I'm not bad with the sword either.
That's good.
Well, I think it's best to just do like a tournament for Master at Arms.
The thing is, like, the Master of Arm position is not, oh, who's the best fighter. It's
It is a
more of
lot of
like
RP
who
there.
would actually teach the people, who would actually
Yeah.
keep records of the armory,
Yeah, yeah.
who will do this, who will do
I
that.
mean, if you're looking for someone like that, I'm really gonna suggest Aaron, Jason, the other twin. Even though he's not here right now, but he is great at teaching people how to fight.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely an RP role. It depends
Yeah.
on like as far as teaching goes, that's one aspect of it. But there's also the aspect of being pretty high up, like second in command pretty much to
Yeah.
the
I mean,
king.
I guess I was just more thinking of it like the champion armor and
Mm.
being able to use the good swords and shields.
Oh yeah, I mean
More thinking
we're
of
gonna
it
If
like
have
that
you're
than the RP side.
if you're a good PvPer, you're gonna get that, in 2 weeks. Well, 3 if you want to, because you have to do the Night's Watch as well. You're likely to be that champion anyway. Oh wait, I forgot there's 50 things, but it's something
50
that
fucking quests.
yeah,
Dude.
there's
50 quests shouldn't be that bad.
yeah,
Easy.
there is
That's a
like the
good.
requirements for even Knight will be very easy for good PvPers.
Yeah.
So,
If I'm not master at arms, I'll still be a master or a royal
I
archer.
don't think I'm gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna do a tournament for Master at Arms. I'd rather maybe do that for the night thing of sorts. But I also kind of might want people to do a bit of RP for that. I haven't quite decided, but I think Bungo can agree to that. Like the one that is the Master at Arms would be, like kind of like a co-steward in a way. It's a heavy RP role as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm
very heavy
putting
RP.
my votes on Aaron for Master at Arms.
I would like the
kinda
people who
want-
want to be a master at arms to actually put their name forth. I know Clyde was
Yeah.
definitely would
Yeah,
be keen.
I'm down.
I know Aaron would probably be
We
keen as
do.
well. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
If I don't get master at arms, I'll shoot for steward. That's just how I am. I shoot for
that's
like
the
those
other thing.
diplomatic roles too.
I would definitely consider Clyde to be fit for a like Hand of the Queen or even just a steward
Mm.
role.
How I'm kind of I don't know. I'm not quite sure because I know that Aaron is very good at fighting as well, and he's good at teaching. But since he's also him and Walsh are playing my sort of like our sons, I might actually want them to go through the RP of doing some of the stuff, like when it comes to becoming like properly trained, properly knighted and stuff too. Because I feel like it makes a lot of sense to do that.
Yeah, and they're pretty young too. 17. I don't think you would have a no,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
not saying he wouldn't be able to do it, but as a
No.
17-year-old, I don't think that
Doesn't
would
make
be
I-
master at arms
RP sense.
I
at
think,
Yeah,
all.
it doesn't exactly.
I think for RP sense, Clyde would probably be the best one.
Yeah, yeah, agreed.
I think King Arthur, not me, but King Arthur, like King
I was
Arthur
gonna be
Pendragon.
bitch.
King Arthur Pendragon, the one from the Knights of the Round Table. He became Master at Arms at 20, and he was known as like the best fighter in the world. So, yeah, I don't see anybody being like younger than 25 and being a Master at Arms
The
in lore. In lore.
I know that Aaron will not have a problem at all in getting his
Oh
knight
no, he
title
will.
as well. Like he will get it super quick, so that's also something
Yeah.
to take into consideration.
Yeah,
As far
he
as like
really
Hand of the
will.
Queen goes as well, like we haven't decided exactly how we're gonna set up the council side of things, but if there is a
I
position
think
like that, nothing
I
to
think
say
that's
that. Well, there's nothing to say that the banner lady can't get it, or even someone from that can't get that either. That's just we haven't
Yeah, that's
decided
a good
upon how
point.
we're gonna do that
That's a
yet.
good point. That actually
I
would make a little bit of sense actually to have someone from the Banner House be Hand of the Queen because it could work either way obviously, but it would make sense for someone not Aaron to be Hand of the Queen.
mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say Kogum just because of his role play last time we were in the Vale. That dude stuck to the fucking queen like a fucking fly on stink.
Yes, I
Yeah, and
believe that.
he's got a ton of experience under his belt.
Cargo is fucking amazing. It's like a bodyguard.
Cogum is hands down probably the best I've seen in multiple seasons of being a royal guard.
Yeah, he
Aw.
is. You literally stuck to her. Like
Well, that's-
anytime you could see the fucking queen's tags on the map, his were right next to her. Like every single time. Unless she was in her room, that was it.
And even then, I'd stand outside the room
Yeah.
sometimes.
All right,
That's the
that's
kind of
enough.
RP
He was
shit I wanna
always in
see
that
too.
room.
That's the kind of RP shit I like seeing. I like it when people stick to their character even when
Yeah.
there's like not really anything going on.
Mm-hmm.
If Bongo agrees with me and everyone else kind of agrees, I think I would like to make Clyde the Master Thompson.
Agreed.
Agreed.
I think
Shit,
I might go through the RP of actually making it like the first day or so too,
Mm-hmm.
because that'd be fun.
Yeah, I
Instead
had
of
Hold on.
just like commenting like,
suggestion.
Aaron's not going to be there for the first day, so how are we gonna
Yeah.
explain that?
Knighting the second day. I don't know.
We could
Oh.
wait. We could hold off a day on that cooldown. I don't think that's a big deal.
Oh, you're
You definitely
knighting
want to
Aaron?
pop that like very soon. Not necessarily Aaron, but just the perk, the night perk that the Veil gets is like something you want to have on cooldown. Like the second it comes off, you want to
Yeah.
pop it like that day.
I mean, I can tell you right here, I'm just as good as fighter as Aaron is. Like
Oh,
we
shit.
sparred.
Are you confident enough that you'll get your knighthood pretty quick then?
Yeah.
Because I agree that it would be cool to have both the sons do their push
Yeah.
their knighthood through RP.
Because it's
Mhm.
kind of like the thing of like growing up.
Yeah, I mean your character literally in your backstory that you sent me, Vulture. It says like your point right now is that you want to be pushing to be
Yeah.
a knight. So
Mm-hmm. I want to achieve that. Yeah.
I'm curious on Aiden. Are you a knight?
It's the last day. I'm not gonna give a fuck anymore.
Okay. Cool.
yeah,
Hello.
don't hesitate to ask us for help too, because I know the Veil is going to be gathering materials for the towns and for the villages. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh hey.
I wanted to.
From the Ville.
So with archery, that's something I've always been big into for people who don't know me. It's like my main RP that I've always stuck to, and I'll continue to stick to it. But as far as an archery range goes, like the very first like couple of hours, I'm gonna set up a not an archery range, but I'm gonna set up targets for people
I'll have to
to
see.
have their like high scores for a day or whatever, to get the archery stuff. But keep in mind, you only have to win one duel against 5 kingdoms.
It stands right now.
And I asked
People are still gathering
Natsuki
and
to
stuff, but
clarify,
half an
and she
hour
did say,
goes
since
till
it
I
just
am.
says kingdom,
reality,
banner, or dukedom,
I know the
you could
madman
literally
Eddie
duel
Wildling will show
me,
up at all.
duel
And if there are,
like someone in your thing,
goodness,
and then duel like someone from Casterly, someone from
the cowards.
Brax, and then just whoever.
Oh,
And
does
you'll
that
get it.
that's the master?
What they're doing over there.
Right, the master at arms when you have to be from another kingdom. That's it. The rest of them can be inner kingdom. Of course, you're only gonna like your kingdom only counts as one, right? So you're gonna have to go out to other kingdoms either way, but it helps progress that. And archers only have to beat one person in a duel per kingdom, whereas I think knights have to beat 5, right? So or 3 or
It's
5, something like
3.
that. It's 3.
3.
Yeah. So you going from 5 to 15 is the difference between an archer and a bowman, or an archer and a knight. I don't think anyone who's going for archer, if you're truly good at archer, you're not going to have any issues at all. That's why I didn't really care for coming master at arms. I wanted it, but even if
for
I
the RP.
wasn't, I would have no issue becoming a champion archer. Like that would not be a problem for me at all.
Oh, they're fucking
Yeah.
down at the Vale. That's all my swords and shit.
Wait, is the week at the Night's Watch, is that a requirement for champion?
Yeah. You have to go serve, and also that's something I was going to talk to you about, Marnie, because I kind of
Mhm.
I'm
want to
not
do
sure
that.
about that. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. If I like that.
Yeah, that kind of fucks with my roleplay.
Yeah,
if
like
we- what if
spending
it
an
was, like, do 50
entire
quests?
week, it's like a different place, you know.
I see.
It's
What if it
kinda-
was do? What if it was do 50 quests or serve the Night's Watch? Well, that'd be something you have to mention to Nat too, but that would be interesting.
Personally, I like that idea, but would have to bring that up.
Yeah, because you know,
Break down the doors.
spending an entire week at like the
First
Night's
of all, we
Watch,
will
you
go
know,
to the clan named
imagine
Ice
if like a
River.
conflict arises in that week and you have to
We'll wipe
leave,
out
then
all
that's all the
animals they have
progress
in
gone.
there. Then we
for,
start
True.
a fire
No, no, no,
and
no, 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 no.
torch
That's
the
not how that
village.
works.
Hard home.
You would
Is
still
it
get.
that-
You would still keep your
It's the only
progress.
place I imagine will face any
No,
resistance.
as in like, oh, you only spent 3 days here, so you have to like redo the entire week again.
Anything there,
Does it say a consecutive week,
burn,
or does it just say a
or
week?
kill,
Because you could do like a day
bury
or
in
2
the
days and then
snow
come
if
back,
you
and then 2 more days and come back.
Yeah, that'd be better if you
Trebuchets
could
and everything
split it
set
up.
men
You
go
know,
It
think
would
you
be
can.
far too unfair to be like, nah, you got to redo the whole week.
In a
But
way, the wildlings
like-
will go
Also,
Yeah.
I would like to add. I don't know if the
You'll
if
need
you
paperwork
Bongo
to the
Marnie,
Night's
the
Watch for that,
admins
but
know
if
this,
you think
but
you're safe,
Dominic and his entire crew is rolling into Night's Watch. So it might be it actually might be bad to have people serve at the Night's Watch because it's going to be pretty populated from what I can tell. That's what Dallas told me at least. There's going to be like 5 or 6 new people rolling into Night's Watch.
I mean, we could always, as a last resort, spawn in 50 NPCs to the wildlings. You know, just have them
True.
constantly
or
charge
switch the
the
rule around a bit. You know, instead of serving the Night's Watch for a week, you serve the Wildlings for a week.
Yikes.
Oh my god.
I mean, I would also like to see.
Buckingham complete.
Okay, so something that really, really stuck out to me on the last couple seasons of MRP was making the requirements very, very RP based and
Your
not so
brothers do
much
take a
like
long time.
dead set rules. Obviously, it's a rule on this server, but I honestly, if someone came to me and was like, "I conquered a level 10,000 Rhino," I'd be like, "This guy's worthy. He just beat a massive beast of like, something extremely rare. He'd be worthy to be
Is
whatever the
there
hell he's
volume of a
striving for
microphone okay
in
by
that
any
combat
chance?
position."
I'd
Or
like
as a
to
knight,
make
you
it
say,
sooner rather than later.
During the siege, I cut down 10 people. Like that alone, I think would almost qualify you to be a champion. In one siege, you cut down 10 people or one assault, whatever.
15 people watching. I hope those people
Yeah,
are not
but I think the
wildlings, 'cause
rules
I
are
would
more in
prefer if
place
you guys logged in.
to have that upper rank of people to have it like be super rare. Like you're not
I
gonna
might be
see
expecting
everyone run around in
too
champion
many
armor.
people, but
Yeah, hopefully.
better
And
bad than not.
B, it's something you really have to work for
Special
instead of
people.
this one-time thing you did.
Yeah.
Even though cutting down 10 people in a siege is super impressive and you're probably like good enough of a fighter to be that champion rank, you'll still have to work for it.
Well, you have to compete and you have to be part of
Yeah.
a siege, anyways. I think to become a champion or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's assaults. You
Well-
have to be a part of 2 raids on ports, cities, gold forges.
Okay.
Oh,
The
so
way
not
this conversation
about
has gone so far,
Yeah.
it looks as though Cogham's getting a free fucking walk into being a knight. But
Hey,
I think we should still see who else joins the Vale as well and
Yeah.
give everyone a chance, obviously.
yeah.
And then we'll
for
decide
sure.
upon how we want to give.
Hmm.
who's the other guy?
I'm gonna make your brews.
Oh yeah, we got a loan for the brews. That's gonna be nice.
Wait, are you a
Yeah.
folk healer?
I'm a folk healer, yeah. Because I
Yeah.
didn't know what.
Brews anymore?
I can make brew. Just can't make mind wipes, so I can make vocals and brews,
Okay.
and I can have like my own little 4 pots of vegetable, of like lemons and berries that I can look after myself as well.
Can you
And I
make
get-
the? Yeah, you can. Never mind. I was just checking to
Mhm.
see if you can make like the drugs.
Just don't
Yeah,
make 5
I make the
barrels of
drugs.
each in 2 days. It really burns you out.
I
Hey,
did
man,
that
hold
last
on.
time I played healer, and the maester that was in the town was like, "I did all this." It was just like.
I know. I
But
like that
yeah.
idea though, Bongo Marnie. I think it would be cool to have a sort of competition, maybe that's the weekend, quote unquote, since
Yeah.
some people won't be on till Sunday, whatever, and then that Monday, or even Sunday night, whatever day you do it, that's when you need to get that perk, that veil perk going, because that
I
is
think
really, really powerful to
I
have that many,
think
like the
my
knights,
opinion is you should do day one. Just fucking give it to Kagam. The other person can wait 2 weeks. Like, who cares?
or just earn it in a week, whichever
Yeah,
one.
the
Or
other
or
person.
earn it in a week. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. So
I
I think
mean,
you should just pop
the
it
only
day
thing that
one.
was holding Aaron back from earning it was because he kept trying to fight fucking Dominic over at Storm's End, who was the Master of Arms. I'm like, you fucking idiot! Stop going to fucking Storm's End. Go somewhere else.
I
He
mean,
went to
I
Winterfell, but
kind
he
of like
couldn't.
that
He
though.
couldn't beat Roderick.
Leroy's good fighter.
Yeah.
Yes.
I still
I
want to
beat him
know.
though. I beat Leroy.
I
Slapped
still
his
think
little
Ethan is to me the best fighter I've ever met in Ark. He's insane.
He's good.
I
I've
think-
never fought him, but
I
he's
think
good.
Toot is pretty darn fucking good.
He would smack Toot. Like he
Dude
beat
hasn't been practicing.
he 2v1'd Tryhard and Duck, beat both of them, and his gauntlets were only half durability.
I mean,
Oh,
2v1s, it's like you're also really watching out to not hit each other.
Yeah, but he's there's just something about fire. He's also been playing like Chivalry and Minecraft and fucking
Oh,
like all these
God,
combat games that are
Chivalry?
sword based. Yeah,
Chivalry.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
he's got like
Ugh.
thousands of hours in that
Cancer.
game.
Game is
He,
cancer.
Ethan
It's
does
so
some.
bad.
Fire does something with his mass movement that means that, you know.
Yeah, he's
What
keeping
he
that on
does
the
to
DO though.
counter
I
it.
know about it, but it's on the DO.
I've seen him do it, but it's just trying to figure out what he does with that. But
I know.
It's.
how
I think it's a chivalry trick, because in chivalry,
It is.
uh,
It is.
if you crouch and then look backwards, you can block in a really weird way, and it's super effective. Like you can block an attack in a really weird way. I think it's something like that.
It's
Why
similar
you
to
guys
that,
build me
but
a
it's not
stick then?
necessarily that. He's been teaching it to people in High Garden, and so I've learned quite a bit of it too.
Motherfucker, why didn't you let me know? Come on.
I mean, I can teach you. I'd rather teach you in RP.
Oh, yeah,
it's
let's go.
timing and stuff as well.
Well, it's
Yeah.
it's actually sort of cheatsy, because you're fucking with the desync of the server, which this is just an Arc problem. It's not the server. You're kind of like glitching the desync of the server to do something called animation canceling, which if you don't know what that is, you just have to like Google it. But pretty
I think
much you're just
everybody knows about animation canceling.
Yeah.
fighting.
Okay, so
I do it on
Yeah.
League all the time.
I don't know.
I played BDO and Blade and Soul, so animation cancel is like in my vocabulary. But when you cancel an Arc, it's like the way he does it, he can hit you 5 times in the time it takes you to hit him twice. That's why, if you guys remember back in the last season of MRP, when he had that Noble Axe, it looked like he was hitting Josh for like 100 blood every hit. He was really only hitting him for 30 blood every hit, but he'd hit him 3 times so quickly that you couldn't even tell it was one hit. It looked like one hit.
Does it have to do with something where the weird glitch where sometimes if you swing, like it hits twice? Like on the way back, it hits again somehow?
So yes, but he's mastered that to the point to where he can do that consistently, and then he added in a 3rd entity to it. He's actually insane. Like I'm
What
telling
the-
you, he's the best fighter on the server, and
Banned.
it's really scary.
wait, he hasn't updated the Gothic armor yet. God damn it.
You should have. Let me pop on a message.
Yeah, it's super fucking terrifying to fight against Ethan. The closest I've gotten was 1,500 off his gauntlets before he took my chest out.
Jeez, I need to freaking finish this. Actually, I need to get food and then I gotta finish this. The build.
Do you need help with anything? I gotta finish writing my paper, but I can help you with like the typing and writing stuff, and then while you build.
Marnie, we can now make a unisex
Could
uniform.
you... Would you guys maybe wanna... Like, you guys can actually write up your stories, and then we can just rewrite it around the story, my story later. Because I do need to get this done, because I kind of need to build Storm's End as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank
I
you.
need 2 things.
If you need help, just ring.
Yeah. If you need
Why
help,
did-
just let me know.
How did Jonathan die? Are we related to him? And then
They
also,
aren't dead.
okay.
I am Nat's sister, elder sister.
Okay, so we're related. Okay.
We are related, yes. I mean, we would be the Aaron.
Well, I mean, like, directly related.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm Nat's sister. I would. You don't necessarily have to write something in the story. I'm probably just gonna say that they traveled away, or Duck went to travel with his wife, and has left Erie in my hands, or our hands, because I'm married to Bungur.
Right.
And then kind of go from there.
How long was winter?
It was only a couple of years.
Yeah, it was 2 years.
Okay. But I mean, those 2 years of the time that he left, I'm gonna plan my backstory around the winter. Pretty much saying like I went out and I don't know what I've done, but at some point I left, and when the winter ends is when I'm coming back.
Yeah.
And that would be the whole becoming Master at Arms thing. That would be it. And finding out your queen, blah blah blah, going from there.
Yeah, because we technically would